Hello, Jordan here, and this is the first development log for my Minecraft-inspired game, ZX. In the log, I'll be discussing the latest completed version of the game, version 1.0.6, where I transformed this to this. So, as you see, we are in ZX now. Now, probably the first thing I changed in ZX was the trees. You may have noticed a difference compared to older versions. I replaced a large leaf block with a 3-block high pyramid shape, which I think looks better. The second thing I want to showcase is the village house. As you see, to prevent the ground to overlap the building, I replaced all the ground surrounding the building with air. Then from bottom to top, I generated the building. Now we do have some visual glitches like this where you can see through the world, and I need to fix these in a later version. However, all we have to do to remove these is just to break a block near them, and it will completely reload the chunk. So if we check inside, it is quite empty. However, I intend to add a bed and some chests in here to loot. If we leave the building, it's quite a simplistic design. All it is just we have a brick floor, we have a new block I've added in this version, the path block, along with some blocks up top in the ceiling, which will eventually glow to add light, as it is pretty dark in here currently. Now, what's quite nice about this design is if somehow one of these builds in a mountain, let's say, if we add mountains, then the mountain won't envelop the building. So if we didn't have this, it would probably look something like this, where it would be bricked in and it would be inside there. And the mountain would carry on spawning, it would still be there. We just replace the blocks. As you see, they just spawn relatively close to each other. They are relatively frequent. Now we do still have a few bugs with the buildings which I need to fix, such as if we just go this building quick. Another feature I need to add is auto jump, because it's quite irritating to have to jump over all of these. As you see, we need to prevent this. So to do this, we either need to move it further in, or you need to check just to make sure, or place some other grass blocks underneath it like that, to make sure it can't just overhang. Good. While we're on the topic of bugs and errors, there's another bug I want to talk about. If we go inside the ground quick, we can actually build. If we just build on top of us, we can actually build inside of us. And if we do that, we can see through the world. The reason this happens is because in the game I added a special feature for lag control, because if each one of these blocks were there, then it would be too lag. So what we need to do is all the blocks that are not seen or inside the world, we just hide. As you see, this is why this happens. And as you see, this is the reason why we can see through the whole world, because it's disappeared now. And this is a bit of a problem, because now you can find veins of diamond ore and stuff like that too easily. So when I fix that, we're going to need to fix that in a coming version. So if we just see that again, we can find any ore really. We did that. Yeah, there's diamond ore right there, and they're actually there. If we just assume some diamond ore down over here, and yep, here it is, along with some sand. And as you see, we have a nice little vein of diamond ore. Another thing I need to fix is, because we are, if we go F in F3, we are only at Y54, which is quite high up still. It's literally right at the ground level. So we need to make sure diamonds can spawn lower down, because diamonds are currently very common, first of all, and second of all, they just spawn huge veins. If we look at it just one more time, as you see, some of those veins are insanely large. Like if you find those when you've added crafting, you could probably make full diamond armor. So yes, we need to prevent that also. The last thing I want to show you are the sheep. Now, as you can see, they can walk around, and every 3 to 10 seconds they'll change direction. They are still a bit broken, so things like the jump is more of a slow climb, as you see here. So the jump is more of a slow climb up and sometimes through a wall. As you see, they're half through it. Apart from that though, the sheep have a jump height limit, or in this case a climb height limit of 3 blocks. So if I quickly build a 3 block high wall quick, and let's just put it there and there, he shouldn't jump. So if we let him go through, as you see, he won't jump. If we made it any lower though, then he would be able to do his weird jump climb, and he'll move up the wall. In coming versions, I'll firstly fix the jump, along with making it stop and go every so often, so it isn't permanently walking. I also need to add functionality, like allowing the player to kill the sheep, and then making the sheep drop items like mutton and wool on death. Right. Okay, there's the end of this devlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.